folks. Thanks for joining me today. So, I was shopping in my local dollar store and I found this mold. I think it's more for um, like a chocolate mold or candy mold or something, but I saw the potential of making my own Easter eggs with the designs already done if I casted it, just like I do with my art stones, um, where I use UltraCal 30 and they popped right out because it was a silicone mold, and I got these beautiful half egg shapes that I could paint any color I wanted. So I did two with this design, one as a black base coat, which is the one you're seeing me do now, and I did one with a white base coat. I used the same colors for both. So I just wanted to see the differences of how the paint applied. I am again using my Craft Smart paint that I got from Michaels. So these colors they're brilliant, they're bold, they're beautiful. However, you do need to do a couple of coats and you really do need to let it dry completely before you apply your second or third coat. Um, that's the only thing that I can say that isn't the best for this paint. But other than that, it holds its color, really shines, gives it, once you've got your two or three coats on there, it has great coverage. So it's just more of a patient thing. So I urge you to give them a try. They are cheaper than any of the other brands. Um, but just be patient and know that you're going to have to do a couple of coats, especially if you have a dark background. So with this one, I ended up doing like four coats of each color. I don't bore you with that. I do that off camera. But on the white one, I only had to do two coats. So there's one difference with using this paint on a dark base or a light base. But other than that, I had a lot of fun doing these. Now they're very simple. You can get as extravagant as you want, but this is more of an experiment for me. So I wanted to do this experiment and then show you the results. And so that's what I did. So they're both very simple, bright, bold colors for Easter. And I just did them exactly the same, just one's on a white base and the other's on a black base. So I do have pictures of them both at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And I do add some bling bling to this one because I couldn't let it not have bling bling, so I do put some rhinestones on there, some flat back rhinestones or gems, whatever you want to call them. Um, but yeah, that's what I did with this. So you can see that the green that I painted, it was the first one that I painted. You can start to see that the dark is starting to shine through. So I will have to go back in, and it does show my brush strokes. So that is something else to consider. Maybe a small sponger. Boy, I'm having a hard time talking. My words just are not coming properly out my mouth today. So let me take a breath. Okay, I'm all right. So yeah, so I painted away doing these things, and because it was Easter, I thought this was a great way to do an experiment at the same time as doing something fun. Like if you have kids and they're bored, they want something to do, and you don't want to do a traditional egg painting, do this. It's so much fun. Like I said, I picked this up at, I believe it was the dollar store. It could have been, I don't know, maybe a sale at Michael's, or I'm not sure exactly where I picked it up. It was a few years ago. This is just my first time being able to use it. So now I'm going in and I'm just sort of tidying up anything that went over the into the black. So these are raised, And I really wanted to keep the paint on the raised part and on the sides, but the rest of it black. So I did go over it a bit, and so now I'm just sort of cleaning it all up with the black paint, and making it look extra sharp. And there I use my finger to try to wipe something away, and it doesn't work. So eventually I go back in with a wet Q-tip and I just wipe it away. And just a reminder that down below in the description, I have the dimensions of this. I also have all of the colors listed and the brand of the paint that I'm using. I also have some other fun stuff that's down in that description box, so go and check it out. And if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. And if you're new, welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell, because the bell will let you know every time that I post something new. And you don't want to miss anything. I've got a few doozies that are coming up in the next couple of, I guess we'll call it the next couple of days, because I have it planned to be posting all throughout Easter. So definitely stay tuned for that. Anyway, so I'm still sort of cleaning up the edges here. I don't do anything. I thought of maybe using some dragonfly glaze, or maybe some holographic glaze to put on the black, but I decided I really liked the contrast of the black and how bright it made those colors. So I decided to leave it alone and leave the leave the black background as is, so that it doesn't take away from the actual painting. There I am using my thumb again to try to wipe stuff away. I will get rid of all of that stuff before I put a glaze on it. And yes, I glazed these. I did not resin these. I just put a glaze on them. And again, this is experiment time. So I'm sure that if they had a resin coat on it, they would look like almost like glass maybe. But I really wanted to try out the glaze. It's some new glaze that I purchased, and I wanted to try it out, so that's what I did. I may go back and resin these, but I just really wanted to try out the glaze first. So here I'm going to put on some little bling blings here, my flat back gems. And I'm using coordinating colors with the coordinating stripe colors. And all I'm using is some glue. It's my tacky glue. And it's just basically white glue. It's just enough to hold the gems in place. And right now I'm using like a little sticky pencil that the rubber end is sticky. So it grabs the gem for you, and you can place it where you want it to. However, there's other tools available, so you don't need to get one of these little sticky pens. And so I show you that as well. They're tweezers that are always closed, and you have to squeeze them to open them. So I believe I use those on this line here. Oh, nope, still my little sticky pen. Oh, there's the tweezers. So it's just to show you other ways that you can use other tools. And then I finish off the green, and it's done. So stay tuned for the white and the black, and I hope you liked it. So remember, folks, life is what you make it, so get creative.